How the Georgia Bulldogs are moving past their loss to Florida, and an athlete who ventures from a tropical island to Middle Georgia.
Dustin Wilson joins us now for our Sports Spotlight.
Richie Edmondson with the Mercer men's soccer team found an opportunity and jumped at it. With the chance of a solid education, Edmondson left the tropical island of Jamaica to face the cold winters of Connecticut and ended up right here in Middle Georgia.
We really, have good team chemistry. We really depend on each other to for emotional support and just being more like brothers.
Richie Edmondson began playing soccer at the age of 5. Growing up in Jamaica, Richie stayed home during the day to take care of his sick mother until his father came home from work.
And after my dad comes home, I'm off to the soccer field, So that was kind of like my, my stress release, So, that's how it started for me.
Edmondson left Jamaica for the opportunity for a better education in the States. He earned a scholarship to play soccer at Kent Prep High School in Connecticut. Edmondson excelled athletically and was offered a scholarship to join the Mercer team. Mercer head coach Brad Ruzzo says Richie was exactly what he needed in his first recruiting class.
At the time, we were losing a few guys in the program, and it was my first recruiting class, and it was important to get good talent, but it was also important to get kids that are able to handle the schoolwork as well as kids that are willing to work as hard as possible every day.
Edmondson adapted to the change of culture and says the pace of life in Jamaica is quite different from the United States.
The culture is a lot more laid back, so to speak.
Being miles away from home, Edmondson says having what he calls a family on the soccer field makes a world of difference.
It's good to have that kind of family here away from home, to really talk to and, really share your feelings, or, sometimes I feel homesick, I just hang around with them and, it just goes away.
The Mercer men's soccer team will actually be taking on Jacksonville in the Atlantic Sun Tournament on Saturday. That starts at 7 p.m. at home, so come out and support your Bears.